And we are back here for Rim to Rim. I got an episode 2. We are in Springdale to take care of the Springdale boys basketball team. We got head coach here, Greg Scott. Coach Scott, man, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Man, Coach, you're in your first year here at Springdale, but you got over 20 years of experience doing this, coaching and leading men in basketball. Just talk about just the journey since May, just how far this team has come since May.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, first thing I want to give credit to my players. Man, I've got a lot of great kids, and anytime you have a new system, a new coach, change is different. And so these guys from day one have bought in. And since May, or since let's say I took over in June, since June 1st, we've made so much progression as a team, just overall, and I would, on the court, but off the court as well. So
now the players. If most people that follow Springdale basketball, they know that this team is completely different from that team that was runner-ups last year. Just let's discuss the continuity of these guys, because I got to watch the film over Heritage with you guys. You can just tell how the guards they're able to pass the ball, they move the ball around real nice, they play off each other real well. Let's talk about Kenyon and Tavyn and all of them. Just how they've been able to buy into your system.
Well, our seniors, they're really our leaders, and each day they're coming in setting the tone. And I'll admit at first, just like any other program, you're going to have your differences, but these guys come in every day ready to work, and they're setting the tone. I feel like that right now we're in a good spot because we're growing and getting better every single day. Each game we're getting better and better and better, and you can see our chemistry just growing.
Yes, sir. Now, for most people know who you are,
Okay.
Coach Scott. You've been in the game
Yeah.
for a long time, but just to talk about your history, being down in Fort Smith, coaching at Northside, and being at Darby, and been all over the place, North Carolina, Oklahoma. We talked about a guy that I played with, Junior, one of your kin folks, and just talk about being in this area at this moment right now, especially with things that has happened, in NWA the last year or so. Just talk about being in this moment at this time.
I'll tell you, I'm, like you mentioned, I've been gone for a while, and I am so excited to be back in the state of Arkansas. And one of my goals was to be back in this conference and being a head coach. And I feel like from the days at Northside into the days of now, this league, this conference has gotten so much better. And, you got a lot of great coaches and a lot of great players. And so as far as being back in the area, I'm excited. I just want to I'm glad I'm in a position where people can see me, people from Fort Smith. Like you mentioned, I got a family out in Spiro, Fort Coffee, and just being around the area. And anytime my presence is felt, I want to be able to be in position and just to make a difference and have that positive vibe, whether it's our players or out in the community.
Yes, sir. Now we get to talk about this conference. You guys, this brand new team. You started out the first 4 games 2-2, which really every last one of these games has been really close. I got to, do a little, research on my own. Outside of a couple games, you guys have been strong and been in each game. Just where do you see this team as far as going forward? We got a big game against Bentonville West that's coming up. You also got Fayetteville here in the next week or so. Just talk about where this team is at now, and how you guys are going to navigate this conference schedule.
Like I said, I feel like we're in a good spot right now. Like I mentioned earlier, we're getting better. Our goal, we want to get to the state tournament. One thing we have to work on is our consistency. We have to continue to put together 32 minutes of play each game in order for us to be successful. Last night, we didn't have a good game against Rogers. We responded well last night against Rogers Heritage and just came out strong, aggressive on both ends of the court. And I told these guys the good thing about this group, they have a short memory, and we want to continue this starting Friday. We have some very, tough challenges ahead of us, but we're excited. We're looking forward to the challenge. And one thing about my guys, my team, and we're going to fight. We're going to put up a fight every single night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, about that fight, that's something that Springdale, for me, being able to be a part of the Battle of the Bulldogs and having that that rivalry going forward in high school. Now you guys got Harbor, and then we also got the potential of another Springdale school joining our conference next year. Just talk about just the talent in Springdale and just how you guys are able to kind of hone in your guys and then and get this other teams like the JV and the freshman teams together.
Well, you know that I tell you, me and Coach Ball, we go way back, and we have that relationship from North Side, and he was at Fayetteville High School, and you know, we want to represent Springdale and represent this district well, and just continue to put a quality product out on the court.
Yes,
And you know, it's growing. One thing that I wanted to do when I took over the job was to start a sophomore team. And we want to just continue that developing these kids. I feel good about our feeder schools. There's some good players in there. We're trying to get everybody on the same page as far as what we do here and the things we do at our lower level schools, and that's just part of building a program. And so I'm excited about the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I know we got these other three seniors coming up, man. Coach Scott, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you for visiting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Whether you're opening your first checking account, purchasing your first home, saving for your first big vacation, or opening a new business, First Star Bank offers hometown service with the latest in digital banking technology. Our local team makes banking fast, convenient, and easy. From simple everyday banking to helping you fulfill your dreams, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. First Star Bank. We'll be there through all your firsts. Learn more at firststar.bank or stop by one of our local branches today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, welcome back to Rim to Rim. We got back here at Springdale. We got senior guard here, Tav Bledsaw, with us to join us on the show. Man, appreciate you coming on, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we got to see you in a different Springdale uniform the last 2 years, and now you're transferred over here. Just talk about that process of just kind of transferring schools within the city and how has it benefit you.
Yes, it's benefited me a lot. I still love those guys over there. They're my brothers. Just things like fell apart really, and came over here. I have a great first year coach as a high school coach. Been amazing so far, amazing. And just these brothers over here. I mean, they helped me like since the first day I got here in the summer. It's been amazing. It's been wonderful.
And if people peel back or been able to see a Springdale game, you wouldn't even be able to tell just kind of the chemistry that you, Landry, and Thomas have, which was on full display last night against Heritage, just the way you guys move the ball and able to kind of get to those different spots. Just talk about playing with Thomas and Landry and that type of chemistry that you guys have built over the summer.
Landry, amazing guard. I mean, he makes everything happen. Then we got Kenyan Thomas. He can shoot the lights out of it. I mean, just those two, me inside and outside, being able to do both is just great combination. Makes things happen.
Now, I do want to talk about that. It was almost, I know Landry threw you one up yesterday. I know you know what I'm talking about, and you almost had it down and slammed it down. That's that type of energy is something that Springdale has always had over the years, but just to see you guys being fresh and new and bringing that energy on the floor with defensively. Just talk about Coach Scott's influence on defense and discipline and how it helps you guys as y'all, navigate through this conference season.
Yes, sir. Coach Scott, like I said, he's a wonderful coach. It was first year, so it's like a lot of changes. He makes sure, everything's disciplined in the classroom, on the court, just everything, make sure it's disciplined and make sure that we're doing the right thing.
Now, Coach Scott's first year, this is your first year over here as well. What are y'all hoping to accomplish after the first 4 games of the conference? You're 2-2. You had a nail biter with Northside in the conference opener. Rogers game we kind of had slipped up, but what are we looking for as far as to accomplish for this Springdale Bulldog team?
We want to get to the state tournament and we want to make it right. Sure.
Yeah, man. I can see that as far as you got Orion in the middle. He's really active. Somebody that goes after the glass, but just being that tough nature that you guys have with each other. you guys got Bentonville West coming up. You got Fayetteville. You'll have Bentonville coming up as well. What's something that you guys are stressing as far as a team as y'all kind of go through this conference season?
Like stressing, like I would say, like staying healthy. That's my main thing.
Staying healthy. Yeah, no, I believe in that because Coach made sure y'all got that towel work in before y'all got out of practice today. But Tavyn, man, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Hey guys, we have Mr. Tav Bledsaw here. Well, for Rim to Rim, man, I appreciate your interview today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
At Bigley, we don't just put ink on fabric, we power your brand forward. Every stitch, every print, every product is built to make your brand stronger, louder, and impossible to ignore. No minimums, no hidden fees, just a team obsessed with helping your business win. Bigley, powering your brand from idea to impact.
We are back here with Rim to Rim. We're at Springdale High School, and we got senior guard Kenyan Thomas here with us today. Kenyan, man, appreciate you coming on the show.
Sir, appreciate you having me.
Now, Kenyan, this is a new look team.
Sure.
Last year, you guys were, defending runner, or you guys this year are defending state runner-ups, but also you got a completely new roster, and a brand new coach. Let's talk about Coach Scott's his leadership and the way he's been able to kind of help you guys kind of come together as a team.
Yeah, he preaches our attitude and defense. Those are the two main things. Like, keep a good attitude, don't get into it with the crowd, just keep that noise blocked out and play defense. That's basically what he preaches. And
yeah, now in the film you actually see that. Springdale ran a bunch of man-to-man last year, sprinkled a little zone in. You guys are primarily running a 2-3, 3-2 sort of zone on defense, which helps create a lot of turnovers, speeds up that the opposing team. Just talk about just the defensive effort, even last night from you, Landry, Orion. You had Bledsaw in there. Y'all ended up tallying up a bunch of steals last night against Heritage.
Yeah, we just we scramble on defense. We really don't match up. It's just like if we see someone open, we go get them. And basically just scramble on defense. That's what we do.
Now you've been here a year or two, but you had some roots in Farmington. Pat was talking about how you guys were undefeated on the football field, but you turned that corner and wanted to play primarily basketball. What was behind that decision for you?
Yeah, when I transferred to Springdale, I kind of lost love for football. I still like watching football though. I like watching football more than I like basketball. But yeah, it's just like I kind of had to focus on one thing. But that's what it was.
Now with this senior class, granted you guys are all new to the varsity playing field, but you guys have had a tough non-conference schedule and you've been able to kind of navigate that very well. Just kind of discuss how what's it like playing with Landry and playing with Bledsaw. You got a big Orion in the middle. Just talk about playing with this team that you guys got this year.
I like this. These my brothers, man. I like playing with them. They always got my back on defense and offense. They gonna find me. I find them. They gonna knock down the shot. I'm gonna knock down the shot. So it's just that chemistry. We'll get that down.
Yeah. Now, see, that's one big thing I saw. Another is even Bledsaw said that if you see Kenyon in the corner, just be ready to run down on the other end because it's going in half the time. So just talk about just being able to have that trust from your teammates, almost like a green light when you're on the floor. Just talk about just what's that like and being able to be one of the leaders of the Springdale team this year.
Yeah, it feels good, like knowing that my coaches and teammates trust me. It's just like it feels good. Nothing I really felt before to like everybody trust me and they trust me this year. So it's just something good.
Now we already kind of a quarter through conference. We ended up 2-2. We've pretty much been competitive in every game except for one or two here and there. You got Bentonville West coming up on the schedule. You got Fayetteville, got a big time trip to Fayetteville coming here soon. What's the message to the team as y'all kind of go through this rest of the season?
Yeah, we just came back down from anyone. We just gotta push through the moments, that's tough and persevere. That's all it is.
Now, where do you see this team as we're getting through that first part of conference and as we get through this February with the rest of the conference, where's the end goal for you, and what do you want to accomplish with this team?
My end goal is to make playoffs for sure, and then hopefully make a good run this year. 'Cause I think we can make some noise this year. I don't think everybody count us out. I feel like we definitely make some noise.
We are back here at Rim to Rim, bringing you more access from Springdale High, and this time we got point guard, senior Zay Landry. Appreciate you coming on the show,
Yes,
Zay.
sir. Appreciate
Yes, sir,
y'all.
man. Yes, sir. Now, Zay, I got to talk to Bledsaw, got to talk to Thomas, and Coach Scott, and about this new Springdale that we got going on. Last year we were defending runner-ups, but if you look and see the film, you see a whole new cast of crew of cast. And how have you guys been able to kind of navigate this season and kind of build that team chemistry?
Since Coach Scott got here, that's the first thing he preaches, making our identity for ourselves. Because, a lot of people on this team just been waiting for their chance to shine. And, I mean, Coach Scott's going to give you that chance, either if it's like in game or in practice. You got to prove it in practice before you can show it in game. So he's always gave us a chance. That's the first thing he's preached since he got here, is making our identity for ourselves. Because everybody can shine on their own. You don't need, like, who we had last year. We had 5-star, 4-stars. You know who we had. This year, we all humble, staying like we know what we can do as players, and just trusting each other at the end of the day is that builds us together.
Now that's another thing. You had Sealy, you had a bunch of other guys over here that Hudson. You had a bunch of other guys here that was able to kind of help as far as you guys run the scout offense. But being on the court this year, being that guy that normally have the ball in his hands, what does that do to you on the court? Just being able to be that guy that Coach Scott's going to and making sure that you're him on the court.
I mean, just be me having that role to be able to facilitate the offense. I mean, that's a big role. I gotta lead. I gotta live up to that standard. I can't live down. Coach, he will take me out the game if I'm not doing what I need to do. So, I mean, that's a big role. I mean, making sure my teammates are in the right spot, making the right plays, either scoring the ball or passing. But I mean, I feel like everybody on the team is gonna say I'm a facilitator first before scoring, but I can get a bucket if I need to. So.
Yeah, Tavyn definitely, man. He said, "Well, I got to see that pass you threw to him, and it almost connected."
Last night.
I trust me, when I saw it, I almost jumped out the bed when I was watching the film, just because of just the importance in that game. Where if that would have went down, that would have been a big time moment.
Yes, sir.
But just talk about your chemistry with Thomas, and then adding a player like Bledsaw that came over from Harvard. Just talk about y'all's kind of leadership and how y'all been able to kind of help this team.
Believe it or not, me and Tavyn been playing football for a while back in the day, like 5th grade, always playing against each other, never with each other.
Okay.
Always against each other. But me and him grew up together, always close, hooping together back in the day. So it's never bad blood. He was at Harvard. We always going to have a rivalry game. But after that, it's always cool. And then KT, we've been hooping AAU since 8th grade, 9th grade year. So, it's nothing new to us. But coming from playing a lot to not playing and then back to playing, we got to build that all back together. Because, we weren't playing together last year besides JV basketball. But, I mean, now we got experience playing varsity now. We get 15, 20 games in now. So, I mean, we playing good now.
Yeah. Now the first quarter of the season, you finished 2-2. But throughout this season, you've been competitive outside of maybe 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
As we go through this conference schedule, you got a Benville West coming up soon. You got a trip to Fayetteville coming up next week. How are you guys navigating this conference schedule, and what's the message going forward for this team as a whole?
First, we're not scared of anybody. we just take it one game at a time. We can't look forward because, you know, every game this conference, especially this season, with the way the conference is, every game is going to matter. Like, every team's lost a game besides Fayetteville. Fayetteville's 3-0 this year, but every team has a loss on their record. So every win and every loss this year is going to matter. But just keeping my guys focused, you know, being a captain on this team, got to make sure everybody stays focused, either like in school, because, you know, coach not going to play if you're not, yeah. So in school or on the court. So, yeah, we just got to make sure they stay locked in and get what they need to do done. And we just got to hoop from there.
Now, this episode is going to come out this week. Now, tell Springdale fans and fans in Northwest Arkansas what can they get if they're going to come to a Springdale game? What are they looking out of this boy? What are they going to see when they look at this boys team?
You gonna get a good group of boys that play good basketball. Not gonna play selfish. Share the ball with each other, and you gonna get a show. Regardless, win or lose, you gonna get a show.
Hey guys, y'all heard it here first. Mr. Zay Landry here, who's also had one or two sisters through this, three sisters through this Springdale program. He's the last Landry coming through, unless his what'd you say, your nieces suit him up and come out here.
Hey, time will tell. Time will tell.
Here you go now, man. Zay, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Hey, and this will wrap up Rim to Rim for Springdale High. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.